Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your December 2019 love reading. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and of course Venus for love, December 2019. As always, fellow card collectors, those of you that are always looking for new decks, I will have the card info listed in the description of this video. You can always check them out there. All right, dears. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, love, December 2019. I'm feeling like this warm and fuzzy feeling, like while I'm connecting with your energy, Capricorn. I feel like I've had some champagne or something. So I'm curious to see what comes up for you all. Card number 1. Card number 2. Card number 3. We're going to do 5 cards. 4 and 5. Alrighty, my darlings. So, your first card kicking off the month with Page of Earth. So, Page of Earth could indicate that some of you might be dealing with a younger Earth sign, potentially, possibly. Could be, not necessarily, but it could be. Okay. For other ones of you, you might be undertaking something in your life in December where you're not quite focused on love. Like, you might be trying to lay the foundation for something that you've been working on. And this is bringing in new love into your life or a new love interest. This could be for, especially if you have Sagittarius in your moon or in your rising, because something similar came up for Sagittarius. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you that are watching might be like watching your, for your moon or for your rising. But it could be that you're taking on some undertaking. Like, love might not be your main focus, but whatever you're focusing on happens to bring you upon the path of a new love or a new person coming in. Pages sometimes can also be indicative of children, okay? It doesn't have to be young children. It could be teenagers. It could be, grown kids. But for some of you, there could be something happening in your love life where this is kind of becoming a factor. So my advice to you is this. If some of you have a situation where you're dating someone, or you have children from a previous relationship, or they have children from a previous relationship, I kind of feel like, with the stick holding here and this young one, I kind of feel like some younger person is intentionally trying to create conflict between the grown-ups. They might not like this new person coming in. They don't want a stepmom or a stepdad, and they might be coming in and they might be kind of acting up. If this is your kid, you need to handle this one-on-one between you and your kid, and you need to, give them reassurance that, everything is going to be okay, that, they don't have to be worried, that, they don't have to feel threatened by this. If this is your partner's child, you need to let them handle it. And just be very cautious as far as what you say. Don't try to come in as like a disciplinary. Don't try to come in like, saying things or trying to move the situation in a way that you're trying to make this person like see how toxic their kid is, or how the kid is acting like the previous partner. Don't do any of that, because if you do, it's gonna backfire. I kind of feel like whatever this is like a temporary thing that'll die down, and it's something that this person's gonna have to realize on their own. Okay, so just keep this in mind and be aware of this. Don't allow, like, the more you feed it, the more it's gonna grow. You almost wanna act as if it's not phasing you, or it's not getting to you, if this is someone else's kid that's making an issue in your relationship. Okay, Next we have here 6 of water. So sure enough, okay, there could be some kind of reconciliation that might be happening. Maybe some of you are putting a relationship first because of existing children. That could be a factor. Or you might be feeling concerned or worried that somebody that you're dating might be wanting to go back to a previous relationship. Again, I'm going to go ahead and say that what's required of you is that you be there for this person, you focus on your connection with this person, and don't worry about trying to like make up their mind. 6 of water can also be a message for some of you Capricorns to be cautious and to be careful of where you're putting your focus and your attention. Okay, you might be looking way too much at the past, and this is making it hard for somebody new to come in. For other one of you Capricorns, those of you where you've been doing your work and you've been working really hard to do your healing, to do your clearing, where you're like, you know what, it would be great if I manifested a love partner, but if I don't, whatever, it's all good. I'm just working on me. Don't be surprised if you have a bunch of people from the past coming in. Okay, the reason for this is, number one, around the holidays people do get sentimental, and you know they will reach out to people from the past. But for you Capricorn, it's even more so those of you where you've been healing and doing your work, because what happens a lot of the times before our main person comes in, the people from the past show up so that we can tie up any loose ends. We can get closure, or we can give closure, right? We can have the conversations we didn't have a chance to have. We can clear the air. And this is completely and totally clearing your energy so that you're going into your main relationship up ahead without the baggage, without the unfinished business, without people being courted towards you or courted to you. So don't be surprised, Capricorn, especially those of you who are single, to have people from the past coming up or reaching out, trying to reconnect with you. Some of you might even have someone that drops a bomb on you, as far as like you had no idea how they felt about you, or you have no idea that they felt really hurt by you, and you're like, whoa, like I had no idea that you had taken something in that way, or I totally didn't mean it like that. I do feel that there's something being resolved in terms of hurt feelings. And maybe for some of you, maybe it's you reaching out to someone from the past and just feeling like you need to let them know that something wasn't okay. Now, if you feel weird about doing this, or if you feel like I don't want to give the person the satisfaction of knowing that they got to me, you could do this energetically. You could do a cord cutting. You could write it out and read it out loud and rip it up and throw it away. You know, you don't have to necessarily reach out to the person if you feel like it would not be a good thing, or if you feel embarrassed to do that. But some of you might be doing some release or realizing something in the past that maybe like it wasn't fair or it wasn't right, and you're finally ready to release it, and you're finally ready to let it go. Okay? Next, we have here the 3 of water. So 3 of water is a celebration. It's a coming together. Capricorn, this makes me feel, for whatever reason, that some of you that have people showing up from the past, this might be the bomb. Somebody might be reaching out to you and saying, hey Capricorn, I got engaged, or I'm gonna get engaged, or I'm gonna ask somebody to marry me. But before I do, I need to know, do I still have a chance with you? Like, I'm ready to settle down. I think that you're the one. But if you don't feel that way about me, then I'm going to move on and be with someone else. Well, obviously, some of you are like, well, heck no. Like, if like, I'm not a choice here. If you're already thinking about being with somebody else and you go be with them, then, you know, I'm not here for, you know, like, I don't want to be with you if you're thinking about being with somebody else. Some of you might really be in that, you know, just very firm stance. But I don't know, I don't know why, but I feel really strongly this person feels like they really want to just see if there's still hope. If like, and even when they're reaching out to you, I feel like they know it's a long shot. Like they know it's a long shot, but they're just like, hey, before I finally move on, is there any way? Is there any chance we can make this happen? And you might be like, nope, sorry, you know, sayonara, have a nice life. I also feel with the Three of Water, because keep in mind, guys, these are general readings and the cards apply in different ways. For some of you, it's applying in the way where there is actually an engagement or a celebration. So some of you may be having a holiday time proposal, but for other ones of you, Three of Water is like having fun, coming together, having a party, having a good time. You know, maybe some of you are preparing for like a birthday celebration or a birthday get together or some kind of holiday get together where you're meeting someone who's going to be really significant, who's, you know, the person you've been trying to manifest. So some of you are finding love in the midst of festivities. So, you know, as invitations come in, go for it. Check them out. Go. You know, I feel like those of you that are single or looking, the energy here is more likely you're meeting people in person than like online. Okay, so, you know, be open to that. Go to that. You know, anywhere where you're being invited or where people are gathering, you know, having a good time, celebrating. And it doesn't have to be anything wild or crazy like clubs or bars or things like that. If that's your thing, if you enjoy doing it, then by all means. But it doesn't mean that if you're like a bookworm or a homebody, that you have to go out of your element and be this wild, crazy partier or go like to these, you know, parties, but get-togethers, right? Anywhere where people are having a get-together, right? It doesn't have to be a bar or a club. I just feel like that needs to be clarified because sometimes people get discouraged when they hear that, when they're like, oh, but I don't like to party. Well, I'm not telling you have to like party, right? But like socialize, get together, enjoy the moment. There's a lot of you are going to be meeting people. For some of you, Capricorn, you have to be patient because you're going to go to this get-together or these get-togethers and you're going to feel like, oh, I looked around and there's nobody here I'd be interested in. Oh, my goodness, Amethyst was wrong. There's nobody. I guess that reading didn't apply to me. For some of you, you are meeting someone who's like the breadcrumb on the path, on the trail, right? Like you're meeting people where you're establishing these new friendships that's getting you into a new social circle. And over time, you know, and that, when I say over time, I don't mean years. I mean in the next few weeks, next few months, between now and maybe, you know, March, because of the new people that are coming in and you're getting invited to different things, you're going to meet your person. So for some of you, it's not that instantaneous, right? Some of you may go to this gathering and you might be, oh, there's that person. That's that person I'm going to date or get to know. And for other ones of you, it's more just kind of like, oh, that was a cool person. I guess we'll hang out. Or, okay, I made a friend or two. And it's going to be through these new people, these new connections that you're going to ultimately meet your person. Okay, so keep that in mind. Those of you that you're in a relationship, especially if you do have kids that are making an issue or there's been issues here in terms of reconciling or somebody from their past is trying to come back and pull them away from you and back with them, the way that you're going to be able to solidify your relationship is by having a good time with this person, focusing on the good, focusing on the positive, focusing on you guys having a good time together. Okay, you know, don't worry so much about having to convince them or talk them through it or show them how somebody's toxic or manipulative, but just rather allow that person to have a good time with you and to just have that connection through the playfulness. The next card here, my darlings, is we have Emperor. Okay, some of you could be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio. Fun fact about the Emperor is that it can be in connection to Aries and Scorpio, those two zodiac signs. If you have Aries or Scorpio in your chart, these might be the elements that are really coming up and being very helpful for you in your love life, personality traits or characteristics. Emperor can also sometimes indicate a divine masculine. So you may be coming into your own divine masculine energy. You may be attracting a divine masculine or a really significant soulmate. One thing I want to tell you about this person coming in, or, you know, if it's you, you're going to have to really think about what you want in your ideal love relationship, because from my experience, the Emperor is somebody that they can be very passionate, they can be very fun to be with, and they can show care and concern. But they can also be very opinionated. They can have a lot of rules. They can have a lot of suggestions about what you should or shouldn't do. But most importantly, the Emperor can be a little bit aloof. The Emperor can kind of have walls up. So with the Emperor, it can be confusing in that you feel like you guys have this amazing connection. You have this amazing chemistry. You have a really good time together. Someone who really stimulates you mentally. You guys click. And there's that emotional connection as well. But you never quite feel like they fully let you in. There's just always a little bit of a distance, right? And that can especially be true for individuals that have Scorpio in their chart, who are Scorpio sun or moon or rising. You know, that can be particularly true for Scorpio energy. But this is someone that you never quite feel fully let in, okay? Understand and know this is a personality thing. This is like this characteristic, that this is how this person is, and you're going to have to decide if you can deal with that or not, because it's not going to change. It's not going to change. Capricorn, do not tire yourself out feeling like you got to jump through hoops to make this person feel comfortable with you, or, you know, for this person to let you in more. They're not. And it's nothing personal against you. It's the way that they are. Also with the Emperor energy, this is someone that might not want a traditional marriage or a traditional living together. They might need to have a lot of space. They might need to have a lot of time alone. And so this is another thing that you kind of have to consider, like, is this what you want? Some of you are realizing that you want companionship, that you want a relationship, but you're realizing that, hey, you know what? I don't know if I want to live with someone, or I don't know if I want to be married. I kind of like having my space. I kind of like, you know, having my alone time. So some of you are re-examining the type of relationship that you want. That can sometimes be a situation with the Emperor as well. Some of you are having a father or father figure resurface in terms of trying to make some kind of an amends, or you're making an amends with a father figure. You're making peace with a father figure that has blocked you up until now in your love life. So if this person has passed on, they may be coming in through your dreams. They may be visiting you, you know, in spirit. If this person is alive, they may be reaching out by phone call or letter, or just reaching out in some way, trying to make amends, or trying to you know, or be close, have like a closer bond, have a closer connection. Understand and know that whatever is being healed between you and this father or father figure is also going to be benefiting you in your love life, in your relationships, regardless of if you date men or women. Regardless, it's going to be benefiting you in your love life and in your relationships, regardless of if you're male or female or whatever you identify as. It's going to be healing for you as well in love. Next here, my darlings, we have the Chariot. Okay? So Chariot is going to apply in a few different ways here, and it's going to be a few different things that you're being asked to think about or to consider. Okay? When it comes to the relationship. Chariot is going to come in when you need to really focus on what direction you want to go in with the relationship. Okay? But once you make the decision, that's it. It's happening. It's happening full steam. Chariot also is about independence, right? There's one person driving the Chariot. So something here as you're going forward with your plans, your dreams, your ideas, this is going to heal a relationship, or it's going to call in the right soulmate for you. So you're being guided, you're being directed, but you need to take action. You need to take action with these dreams, these ideas, these hopes, these plans, and this is leading you to your person. I feel that also what's happening, Capricorn, is that some of you are going to have this really intense awakening that happens at the end of the month, where you are seeing all of the things about you that you're labeling as good, and you're seeing all of the things about you that you're labeling as bad, and you're seeing your strengths and your weaknesses, and you're kind of getting to know yourself in a whole new kind of way. Like you're seeing your true reflection. You're seeing all of yourself, and from here, you are making some decisions that are gonna help you to be the best possible person that you can be, and that are going to draw a lot more unconditional love into your life. This is going to carry over into your love life as well. Okay? But it's there's like this clearing that's happening energetically, or like this self-acceptance that's happening. Some of you are coming out of a cycle many years, maybe even your whole life. You're breaking out of a habit of self-loathing. You're breaking out of a habit of self-loathing, and you're understanding and you're realizing why you did the things that you did, or why you are the way that you are, and you're learning not to have judgment about that, and you're seeing all of the things about you that make you wonderful, that make you really great. And you're like having this new lease on life, where you're like, well, now I want to make the rest of my time on earth count. I want to just like live without the self-judgment, without the insecurity, and I really want to go and do the things that are bringing me happiness, or that I'm feeling guided to do. And through this, your passion is returning, and that passion is going to carry over into your love life, into your connections, into your relationships. Okay? I invite you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos, your Venus as well. I know watching your Venus sign when it comes to love can be very helpful. And don't forget to watch your weekly forecasts, guys. Those are really great for if you're looking for some little guide. I don't know if I want to say guidance, but like a heads up on career, finances, family life, all that good stuff. The weekly forecasts are geared more towards that energy. Check those out on the channel. Private readings will be up soon. The calendar will be back up in mid-December. And I will be getting the year forecasts out soon as well. So I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a happy holiday.